what service do you offer for training? Okay, well, really quickly, I'll go through this and then I'll leave you for the rest of the day. What do we offer here at the school? Well, what we offer is an education on how the markets actually work. Okay, we basically help you retrain your mind to look at the markets in a completely different way. We're not here to say these are the rules and you must follow these very simple rules and then you'll be profitable, because following rules is not what's going to make you profitable. Following a very specific system is not going to make you profitable. It can make you some profits for a short period of time, but then when the market dynamics change, then the system doesn't work. So understanding the markets, you need to first understand how it really works. You need to know how to find the institution's supply and demand zones. You need to know which trend lines to draw on the charts, which will be the trend lines that the institutions have on their charts as well, and how to locate their zones. Once you understand where their zones are located, then you can slowly take that information and start to build evidence towards what is likely going to take place with the markets. So we have video lessons. We have 3 levels at the school. When you become a member and a student at the school, you start at level 1. And the information that we provide you in level 1 is the basic information: how to find the zones, how to draw the trend lines, how the COT report works, or the Arujo report, how we put the data together. Gives you all the basic. Once you go through those video lessons, you take notes, you learn, you record this information to your mind, and then we have classroom sessions. Okay, and in the classroom sessions, you can participate. In the classroom sessions, we go over a specific chart. You connect with it. You connect with the classroom. You go through a specific chart. We plot the supply and demand together, and then I give you homework. I give you a section of that chart, and I say, okay, you've gone through the video lessons. You know what to look for. You know how to do it. Now do it. So you go through it. You plot the supply and demand, and then you email me the chart. And the next week class, we review it. So now you start to see what you did right, what you did wrong, and you start building your skill set. Okay, you start building your skill set on how supply and demand has to be drawn, how the trend lines have to be drawn. That's where we start you off at. And after you've taken enough classes, you'll have a pretty good idea of how to locate the zones and the trend lines. And it all depends on how much work and effort you put into it. I mean, we have a student that's been with us for about 4 months, and he was just in the class that we had earlier today, and he's doing excellent. He's doing an amazing job. He's finding the vast majority of the zones and the trend lines, and he's really starting to understand how the market actually moves. So it takes time. It's not going to be something that's going to happen overnight, because number one, if you're new to trading, this is going to be like learning a brand new language. And number two, if you've been trading for some time but you've been just educated with the wrong information, you're going to have to retrain your brain on how to actually the right approach, in my opinion, the right approach to how to trade the markets. So that takes time. That takes repetition. It takes you constantly doing it over and over again until your mind understands how it works. And then when you get to that level, then you can start understanding multiple time frames, okay? How price reacts from monthly zones, weekly zones, and daily zones, and how all is combined together to present a story. Okay, once you follow the story, then you know where it's heading towards, and then you can trade alongside the institutions. So we have the classroom sessions that we do, and so we just started a new classroom session that started, when was it, July 2nd. So July 2nd, we just started a new classroom session for the Aussie US dollar daily chart, and we're going to have 9 sessions. So every week we have 9 sessions, or every week we have a session, and it'll be all throughout July and August, a combined combination of 9 classes. So we just started one, so the new members that have signed up, they're lucky that they just recently signed up, because we've just started. so they can go through our archives and watch the classroom session that we recorded and placed in the archive, so the students can have access to it. You can watch it. The first session that we did, we plotted all the supply and demand zones on the chart, so you can do the same thing with your charts. We also show you how to use TradingView, because that's what we're using to do all of our charting. We have video lessons on that, how to use it, how to install the proper indicators that will help you to locate the zones. And then once you get yourself up to date with the classes that we've done, again, we've only done one for the Aussie chart. Once you plot the zones and you do the homework, next Tuesday when we do our second class, you'll be up to speed with where we left off, and then you'll be ready to participate and submit your charts for review in the class. So we do this every week. We're constantly doing classrooms. We're constantly working on building your skills, and we do this, you know, and it really does require your involvement. It's like anything. If you think you're just going to watch a few videos and learn some lessons and then apply some, you know, a handful of rules to understand how the markets really work, this is not how that works. Okay, we're trying to give you an education that will last you a lifetime, not a strategy that's going to maybe last 2-3 years and then fail you because the market dynamics change. Because after 2-3 years, what have you learned about the markets? Nothing. You've learned that your strategy doesn't work. You may learn a few things about the markets because of your experience, but because you are not focusing on understanding the markets for how it truly is working, you know, 2-3 years from now, you could be, you know, in the same spot that you are today. What we're focusing on is learning how the markets really work. So I can tell you, if you work hard in 2-3 years, the amount of knowledge that you're going to accumulate is going to be exponential, because you're focusing on the real information, on good education, okay, on what you should really be focusing on, not, you know, what retail traders are doing. So that's our system here. That's how we help students, is through these classroom sessions, through the video lessons, through being engaged. We have a forum where we post charts, updated charts of all the supply and demand zones of the institutions, so you can keep up to date with your own charts and explanations on why they're creating the zones. So all this helps you to immerse yourself into the understanding of how the markets truly work. And it's only a matter of time until you pick it up, and then you get comfortable enough to start taking trades on your own, and away you go for the rest of your life, as long as you work towards it. Okay, so we went well over our 1 hour. I hope this